Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through this pile of phones that I got at the swap meet. So I go to the swap meet about every week or so. They have them on Saturdays and Sundays, so I go there every week and I just look around for like any technology or whatever I can find. And today we're going to be going through some of the phones that I've picked up, or some of the technology. I actually have one laptop that I want to take a look at, but these are going to be the phones and then one laptop that I got. And we're just going to go through them and take a look and see if I got a good deal. So I'm going to be taking you through like what phone I got, how much I paid for it when I got it, and if I think if it was worth the price. So the first phone I have here is an iPhone 3GS. I got this for $5 about 2 weeks ago, and unfortunately, it doesn't work. It is water damaged. I opened this up and I took a look inside. The water damage indicators, they were all red, and it just doesn't work, which is a real shame because this is genuinely in really good condition. As you can see, there's no scratches on the screen, there's no cracks, there's nothing. There's hardly any scratches on the back. There's like a few, but this is in like really, really good condition. And unfortunately, it was, water damage, so it doesn't work. Hopefully I can reuse this housing because this housing is really good. Maybe if I get another 3GS logic board, I'll put it in here. But unfortunately for right now, this is just going to go in my parts pile. I don't know if anything is working. I don't know if the screen works or the battery works or anything because I don't have another 3GS to like test it on. But I paid $5 for this. Even though it doesn't work, I still think this was a decent deal for $5 because of how good shape this is in. I definitely think you can like reuse this housing for another like destroyed 3GS or whatever, but we're just going to put that in the pile over here and continue going. So next up we have this Motorola G Stylus 2021. So I picked this up again for $5, and that's going to be a recurring theme you guys are going to see in this video. I picked a lot of these phones up for $5 because they were all sold as like untested. So I don't know if I was buying like a broken phone, a fully functional phone, if it was locked or unlocked. They were all sold untested for $5, or a lot of these were. So this is the Moto G Stylus. As you can see, it works fine. So yeah, this is fully functional. Unfortunately, it is a little bit cracked up here and then here. And then on the back, it's fairly scratched up. I mean, it's not too bad. And then we are missing the stylus down here. So this stylus phone doesn't even come with a stylus. But other than that, it is fully functional. It works fine. Battery is fine. Everything works. I think it's locked to... I actually don't know what it's locked to. No, it's a Metro. So it's a Metro phone. It's locked to Metro. You could probably get it unlocked. I don't know. But when I got this, it was passcode locked. So I had to reset it. And then it was FRP locked, so I had to do a bypass. But I was able to do the bypass, and now it works perfectly fine. So I paid $5 for this, and I definitely think it was a good deal for $5. I mean, this is a fully functional phone for $5. You can't really get much better than that. So set this to the side. We're going to move on to this Google Pixel 2 XL. Again, I bought this for $5, and it is pretty beat up. So you can see there's a big hole in the screen right there, and then it's pretty cracked there at the top and pretty cracked there at the bottom, and this back part is pretty shattered, but it is fully functional. So you can't really complain when it works perfectly fine. So you could use this as a phone if you really wanted to. Just is really cracked and has that dot. But again, I paid $5 for this. It was passcode locked and FRP locked, but I was able to bypass it. So we got this all factory reset, and it's perfectly functional. And the reason I actually got this Pixel 2 XL is because this was one of the first phones that I ever bought for myself. I got my Google Pixel for about $50 on eBay, and it was in really good condition. And I used that phone for about a year, and it lasted me really well. So I sold that one, but I wanted another one, so I got this one, $5, and it works perfectly fine. So this was definitely a good buy. I'm definitely very happy about this one. But we'll set it to the side, and we'll pick up the next one. So this is an iPhone 7. I got this today, actually. Some of these I got like 1 or 2 weeks ago. This one I got today, and it's fully functional. But, and there is a but, this was iCloud locked. And I was able to reset it and then use a jailbreak exploit to bypass the iCloud lock. But unfortunately, doing the exploit that I used means that you don't get SIM card capabilities. So this is basically a glorified iPod Touch at this point. You can't use it to make phone calls unless you download like an external app like TextNow or something. So this is pretty much useless unless you just want to like give it to a kid for like games or whatever, or like YouTube. But I paid $5 for this, and it was iCloud locked, but I was able to bypass it, and it works perfectly fine. We can go to settings here, general, and it has I think 128 gigs of storage. So that's pretty good for an iPhone 7. Some of the flaws, it is cracked down here. I think that's the only crack. It's missing a SIM card tray, and the back is pretty bad. I tried cleaning this, but this weird like case residue won't come off. I tried cleaning it with some disinfectant wipes and some isopropyl alcohol, but it just won't come off. So I don't know what's wrong with this, and it is pretty scratched up. It's not in good shape, but the screen is fine, and works perfectly fine. So even though this is bypassed and I can't use a SIM card on it, it's definitely still fully functional. All the cameras work and whatnot. You can see me, I'm filming. But yeah, this is fully functional. For $5, I definitely think this was a good pickup. Because, I mean, iPhone 7, even though it's iCloud locked, or even though it's bypassed, you could probably still get some use out of this thing. Next up, we have this T-Mobile Revel. This is another one that I picked up today, and it fully works. And I actually didn't even need to bypass this because it's just unlocked. There was no passcode on it. I am definitely going to factory reset this because I don't want all this bloatware on my phone. Well, I guess this isn't I'm not going to be using this phone, but I don't want all this bloatware on it. So I'm probably going to factory reset it. But yeah, there's a ton of data on here, and it was just unlocked. There was no passcode. So yeah, this fully works. Some cons. This is pretty cracked. The bottom's fine, but it's mostly here at the top. It's pretty cracked. But other than that, everything fully functions. The back is in decent condition. It's mainly just the screen. But, I mean, this is a T-Mobile Revel, so, I mean, it's not really going to be that great of a phone. Just something to have in my collection or maybe to resell later. But, yeah, I picked this up for $20. I think that this was a bit of an overcharge. I don't think I should have paid $20 for this, honestly, but it is what it is. I paid it, so now I have it. Everything's fully functional, though, so I don't know what to do with this. We'll put it in the pile, and then we'll move on. All right, next we have this Samsung Galaxy Note 3, and then this is actually in really good condition, and I'm surprised how good a condition this is. There's hardly any scratches anywhere. A little bit of dirt on here, but hardly any scratches. There's no cracks. This thing is in perfect condition. It even has the stylus, which is insane. Because usually when you buy these phones with styluses, they usually don't come with the stylus. They usually just get lost over time or whatever. But this is perfectly functional, has everything. It's in great condition. I paid $20 for this. I actually bought these two phones from the same seller. I got them both for $20, so I paid $40 for these two in total. This one not really worth it, but this one I definitely think was worth it. This thing is in really, really good condition. I'm very excited about this pickup right here. So we'll put this in the pile, and then I'll grab these iPhone 5S's because why not? This one I already had. This one I got at the swap meet for $5. It's open right now. I was doing a little bit of repairs. This one doesn't work. So I opened this up and it was very water damaged. The housing is in really good condition. There's no scratches or dents anywhere. Well, there's a few dents, but otherwise it's in pretty good condition. I paid $5 for this. It doesn't work, but the screen on it does work, and the logic board does work because I took the logic board out and I put the logic board into this phone, and I don't know if this is charged or not, but let's see if this shows anything. It doesn't, but you have to trust me. The logic board in here does work. Something in the phone doesn't work to where it doesn't power on. And then this phone right here, I don't know if this will power on either, This phone I got for $5, and it's password locked, unfortunately. I can bypass it, but it's on a really old iOS version, and I don't want to restore it because that's going to update it to the latest version. So I need to find a way to restore this without updating. I think it's on like iOS 7 or 8. But if I could figure out a way to restore this without updating, it would be really cool, because then I could iCloud bypass it, and then I'd have an iPhone 5S on iOS 7 or 8. So here's the next phone. I have it on charger over here. It's actually an iPhone 10. And this iPhone 10 is perfectly functional. I got this, believe it or not, for $5. And you can see the back here is pretty cracked. The screen is fine. The screen is perfect. But the back is pretty cracked. And the story behind this was, it was actually iCloud locked. So I got this phone, I got back, and I found out that it was iCloud locked, but I was able to bypass it using the Checkra1n jailbreak exploit, and now it's perfectly functional. Unfortunately, same issue as the 7, no SIM card cellular service, so this is basically just like an iPod Touch or whatever. You can use it for videos or games or whatever. I was actually playing some Balatro on this. I guess my Apple Arcade expired. But I was playing, yeah, this is fully functional. Everything works. I can open the camera here. Yeah, it works fine. Unfortunately, no SIM card support though, so, you know, this is a good find. For $5, this is like insane, because I got an iPhone 10 for $5. Even though it's not supported anymore, that's still an insane deal. These are going to fall. And then the last phone I have to show, let me pick this up real quick. The last phone I have to show is this LG, I believe it's a K51 or 61. I'm not sure which LG this is. It's a K61, I think. And this phone is actually FRP locked. So it's dead because I haven't really been doing anything with it. But it's FRP locked. There is probably a way to bypass it, but all the methods that I've tried to bypass this have failed. So don't really know what I'm going to do with this. It is pretty beat up here at the bottom and just everywhere, really. It's really beat up. As you can see, I was trying to do some SIM pin like bypasses, but it just doesn't want to work. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's perfectly functional. It's just FRP locked. So probably going to try and figure out a way to FRP bypass this. I got this for $5, and if I can FRP bypass it, it'll definitely be worth the money. But I got this like 2 weeks ago, and I still haven't figured out what to do with it. So yeah, but it is perfectly functional. The screen is pretty cracked. It's not in great condition, but you know, a phone's a phone, right? I think this is also locked to either Boost Mobile or Metro. I think it was Boost Mobile because I just saw it on the startup screen there. But basically, that's all the phones I have. And then I got one more piece of technology to show you guys. Let me just get it out right here. I don't even know if this is going to fit in frame, but it's this 2011 MacBook Pro. I'm going to try to open this in frame. Okay, so I'm just going to hold my phone because there's no space for the tripod. But yeah, I mean, this MacBook, it's fully functional, and guess what? I got it for $20. So this MacBook, $20, and this was a great find. Like, the only thing that's wrong with it is the DVD drive is a little bit bent, and I don't think it works. I haven't like really tried it or tried to fix it or whatever, but I don't think the DVD drive works. But other than that, this MacBook is fully functional. I have it running macOS Big Sur. I used OpenCore Legacy Patcher to patch Big Sur on this, and so now it's running a modern version of macOS. It's horrendously slow, but it works. So pretty good for me. You can see I have the Sliver application right here for bypassing iPhones, which is funny. But yeah, I definitely think this was probably one of the best purchases I made at the swap meet, because this MacBook was $20, and it's running a modern version of macOS, and it's just in really good condition. You know, nothing's like broken. The battery works fine. It's not even plugged in right now, and the battery is perfectly fine. You can see, and it just works. So I'm very pleased with this MacBook. It's in great condition. and I'm very happy with this purchase. And that's pretty much all the phones I have for you. So let's just grab them in a pile here and show you guys everything in one giant pile. So yeah, these are all the phones I got at the swap meet. Most of them work, some of them don't, but you know, overall I'm very pleased with what I got. And I'm definitely going to keep going to the swap meet to see if I can find more technology. I might try to resell some of this at some point, but I'm not sure. These might just go in my collection and sit there forever. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.